Peace, y'all. Now look, everybody think that melanin is just a skin pigment, but melanin is much more than that. Melanin is actually the quantum field from which we all come from, the womb from which we all come from. It has bioelectrical properties that enhances your awareness and your ability to communicate with God. Let's take a further look at what melanin really is. Oh, and before we get started, there's more than one type of melanin, right? We got eumelanin, pheomelanin, and neuromelanin. Remember, neuromelanin is the melanin found inside of your brain and your nervous system. Let's check it out. So we're going to be reading what ChatGPT has told us and the information that she has given us about melanin, about the benefits of melanin and how it operates. First off, benefits of melanin including neuromelanin. 1. Protection from UV radiation. Melanin in the skin absorbs harmful ultraviolet radiation, right? Light from the sun. It prevents DNA damage, sunburn, and skin cancer. It acts as the body's natural sunscreen and environmental shield. 2. Visual health. Melanin in the iris, which is inside the eye, and retina, protects the eyes by absorbing excess light, sharpening vision, and reducing glare. It's essential for the melanin in your eyes is essential for normal optic nerve development and processing. Hold on, we got more. Neuromelanin in the central nervous system and its function. Neuromelanin is a specialized form found in the brain, particularly in regions like the substantia nigra and locus coeruleus. These areas regulate movement, mood, alertness, and stress responses. Neuromelanin binds and neutralizes heavy metals and neurotoxins, protecting the brain tissue. Loss of neuromelanin is associated with neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's. Neuromelanin acts like a guard for brain cells, preserving neurological health and cognitive functions. Remember I told you about the bioelectrical properties of melanin? Bioelectrical conduction and consciousness. Melanin conducts electromagnetic energy and bioelectrical currents, helping regulate brain activity and nervous system communication. It supports awareness, perception, and the interface between body and mind. It helps the body adapt to and process external frequencies, light, sound, and energy. Also, it's an antioxidant and detoxifier, right? It's a free radical scavenger. Melanin is a natural chelator. It binds to heavy metals, free radicals, and toxins, removing them from tissues. It reduces oxidative stress, protecting against chronic disease and aging. Also, it helps with thermal regulation, right? Melanin assists in heat absorption because it absorbs sunlight or light from the sun and it distributes it. It helps you maintain an internal temperature balance, especially in intense environments like between the Tropic of Cancer and the Capricorn, where the sun is at its most powerful. And don't forget how intelligent melanin is. It's literally the universe. Cellular intelligence and environmental adaptation. Melanin responds to light, sound, and energy, helping the body read and adapt to its environment. It plays a role in cellular memory, intuition, and epigenetic expression. In summary, melanin, including neuromelanin, which is found in the brain and the nervous system, is more than just a pigment. It's a multifunctional intelligence system. It shields, senses, communicates, and adapts. Neuromelanin in particular is the brain's protective black gold. You hear it? It's black gold, guarding higher cognitive function and deepening our interface with consciousness. Now let's dive deeper because melanin helps with intuition. So I asked ChatGPT, what's melanin's role in brain memory? Melanin, especially neuromelanin, plays a subtle role but vital role in supporting memory and overall brain function. Here's how. 1. It protects memory centers. Very important. Neuromelanin is concentrated in key areas of the brain involved in memory, attention, and learning, like the substantia nigra or locus coeruleus and surrounding midbrain structures. Now, these areas regulate dopamine and norepinephrine, two neurotransmitters essential for focus, mood, and cognitive performance, right? Neuromelanin helps preserve these neurons. It helps preserve them by binding and neutralizing toxins and heavy metals. 2. It regulates neurotransmitters. Neuromelanin interacts with dopamine metabolism, dopamine being crucial for working memory, motivation, and goal-directed behavior. When neuromelanin levels decline, as in Parkinson's disease or Alzheimer's, your memory and motor function begin to degenerate. You start to lose these functions. The brain, including areas where neuromelanin is concentrated, operates on electrical signals. Just like everything else, your five senses is picking up electrical signals from your environment. Two, the role of dopamine in cognitive awareness. Neuromelanin is closely associated with the regulation of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that affects your mood, focus, and attention. Dopamine is also critical for your reward systems, right? Pleasure in the brain, which plays a part in how we process information and engage with new knowledge. When dopamine levels are well regulated, we're more likely to experience clear, focused thinking and heightened awareness, which are necessary for accessing intuitive or non-rational knowledge. And not to mention, dopamine's connection to the subconscious also links to the ability to just know things. The more dopamine dominant the brain areas are, the easier it is to access inner guidance and creative insights that transcend ordinary reasoning. Melanin tapping you all the way into God, deep into the universe. 3, accessing the quantum field of information, because that's what melanin is. Some theories suggest that melanin might play a role in accessing what could be called the quantum field or universal consciousness. Now you got to understand that science has been given to us today by the Caucasian, by a being that has less melanin than the black man and the black woman. So they can't interpret or truly understand how melanin works because they lack it. They lack the ability to understand it and reason with it. So they keep saying theorize, but this is exactly what melanin is doing. Just like how certain energy patterns in quantum physics affect particles at a distance, melanin in the brain may enable the brain to be more receptive to this kind of information, allowing people to know things intuitively that aren't readily available through sensory experience. The brain's electromagnetic sensitivity, supported by melanin, could enable individuals to tap into a unified field of knowledge by bypassing linear time and space. Another key point, cellular memory and epigenetics. Melanin may also influence cellular memory or the body's response to environmental stimuli, very important, and inherited experiences. Some researchers propose that epigenetic changes in gene expression influenced by external factors can affect one's intuitive abilities. Melanin might influence how the body remembers past experiences, including ancestral knowledge or wisdom passed down through generations, thus enhancing intuitive insights. This would link intuition with unconscious and ancestral memory, possibly explaining some people's deep connection. Yeah, this explains people have certain knowledge or skills without formal training. Like melanated beings. Black, we don't need to go to school to know what we are. We just intuitively know this stuff. We intuitively are in tune with the universe. And in summary, y'all, melanin and neuromelanin support the brain's ability to access intuitive knowledge by acting as an electromagnetic conductor, right? Regulating neurotransmitters like dopamine for cognitive clarity and possibly interfacing with the quantum field or universal consciousness. This allows us to just know, right? To just intuitively know things without having to go research or study anything. Things that aren't always accessible through traditional logic or reasoning. Tapping into deeper layers of understanding that seem to transcend time and space. Melanin is a lot more than just your skin pigment. We have to study and do our research on what it is because it's actually consciousness. It's actually giving us a ability to have intuitive intelligence. And we wonder why melanin is worth more than gold. We wonder why melanin is worth $450 a gram and gold is only priced around $90. Melanin's bioelectrical properties and its ability to talk to cells and instruct them on what to do makes it very, very superior. And the more melanin you have, the more ability you have to tap into God. The more ability you have to tap into this intuitive knowledge that we all have access to if you can get closer to the sun. Because even if you lack melanin, the closer you are to the sun, like Chief teaches, the more melanin you can build up within your being. And don't forget, everything on this planet, everything on this plane of existence has melanin because it is the universe. It is that darkness, right? The ground is brown. The trees are brown. We are brown. Caucasians are a lesser shade of brown. Everything contains melanin. We got to get in tune with it. Reflect the light from my higher self. 3 is free. I love myself. Study your melanin.